welcome to a self-care day in the life of a holistic wellness counselor. So today's a self-care day because I only have one client later in the afternoon, so I stacked all of my self-care things today because I'm not going to have an opportunity or any time to do them before my birthday. My birthday is 2 days before Christmas, so I wanted to get all of the birthday, new year, new me, self-care things in. So I'm getting a facial from Kristen at the Grounded Soul. I'm getting my ITA Energy Medicine Alignment. I get one every single month, regardless of if it's like a great month, I'm feeling great, or if it's like a really bad month. Regardless, I go and I get an alignment of my energy systems. And then after that, I'm going for a really long, juicy nature walk. And then I'm actually going to therapy. So I actually still see the same therapist that I saw back 5 years ago too. And I don't see her often, but I do check in with her because it's so important to have someone who is trained and holds space with unconditional positive regard without any judgment. It's a really beautiful relationship, therapeutic relationship that I have with my therapist. So I'm seeing her today as well. And then after that, I have a client call on Zoom, and then I'm going into a really juicy, gorgeous, slow, cozy afternoon of making pasta and gingerbread houses. Yeah, right now I'm just doing a little bit more journaling, specifically about the intention that I want for this ITA Energy Medicine Alignment. I'm feeling really good, so I want to see like what is there underneath the surface that I can work on as we approach the end of the year. So I'm going to do that and then head to go get my facial. I just finished journaling with 432 hertz frequency on in the background. So much beautiful words came through and I wanted to share it with you in case it inspired you to set any of your own intentions for the next year. Moving into 24, I want to leave behind comparison, lack energy, and fear. I want to embrace empowerment, confidence, and trust. I want to create from the heart without second thought. I want to take risks without doubt. I want to invest into my vision and goals with clarity. I want to feel freedom and abundance in every fiber of my being, regardless of the experiences in the external world. I want to be a light in this world and spread joy and love to all I come into contact with. I want to feel unity on a deeper level and strengthen all of my relationships. Mostly, I want to erase all fear from my heart and replace it with the purest surrender. I want to come home to myself in a way I have yet to experience. The major themes of my intention are as follows: surrender to divine flow and timing, work, create, and learn in alignment, and become the love, abundance, and freedom I seek within. In thanks and love, so be it. My heart feels so full of love and hope right now, and I cannot wait to receive my ITA alignment with this intention. I just received the most relaxing, amazing facial of my entire life. Holy moly, my skin looks so freaking good. Also, the camera does something. I don't know what it does, but it makes it look good too. And now I'm outside of Sacred Alignment Wellness, that's what it's called, for my ITA alignment with my ITA mentor. Like I said before, I have been getting alignments from Gina Witt, Dr. Gina Witt, I should say, for literally 5 years today, or like around today. So this is gonna be a really, really special moment for me as I work on all of the things that I wanna let go of in my 23rd year and then welcome in as I turn 24. I'm already feeling so grounded. And I also did a whole pay it forward thing, which makes my heart feel so good. One of my goals in 2025 is to feel abundant and be abundant from within. So I paid for someone's facial at the Grounded Soul, and now I'm gonna enter into my ITA alignment and energetically bring all of that good stuff in. actually decided after I finished my lunch that I needed even more grounding. If the facial and the ITA alignment wasn't enough, I was like, I need to connect with the earth element stat. So I drove to my literal favorite place on the planet. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this specific bay so many times. I take my daily walk by this bay. My daily walks have turned more into like every few day walks because the weather in the winter is just, it's so cold and the sun sets so early and I don't really want to walk in the cold darkness, but alas, I'm here in my very warm car because I was just reflecting on my journey. Today being 5 years of really healing my mental health, it's been a lot to reflect on. And I wanted to share a little bit about where I've come. Not the whole story, that could be, a whole separate episode, but essentially 5 years ago, I was really in a rock bottom state. I was so anxious. I was such a perfectionist. I had an eating disorder. I was so alone. It was a very dark place. And what really got me to seek help was realizing that I was becoming so happy. Like, I went to NYU the year before COVID hit, and I was living in the city, and I found these amazing people, and I was so happy. And I realized that, like, I could only reach this much happiness because of my mental health struggles. But I knew that I was capable of, like, infinite happiness and joy and abundance in life, but there was something keeping me stuck. And that was really what got me to go seek therapy and ITA. Because I was like, there's so much more to this life. There's so much more this life has to offer. And I don't want to go through it feeling like I'm only able to reach a little percentage of it. What got me to seek ITA in particular was because my anxiety was inducing insomnia. Like, I could not sleep and I was feeling like a crazy person. I was only getting like 3 to 4 or like 3 to 5 hours of sleep a night. And so I was pretty desperate. And there was a woman in my town. She is a doctor, a pediatrician, a really well-known pediatrician. And she gave up medicine to pursue ITA energy medicine. And I was like, well, to me, that gives it credibility. At that point, I was kind of scared, and I didn't really know all there was out there in like the spiritual energy world space. But I knew her. She has kids at like the public school that I used to go to, and she's a doctor, and she kind of vetted it. So I was like, all right, I trust you. Let's give this a try. From the very first alignment, I felt so deeply a shift in my being that for the past 5 years, I've consistently gotten ITA alignments. Like, always, at least once a month. Earlier in my journey, it was like every few weeks. And that really expedited my mental health healing, my spiritual development, my personal development. Within a year, I was just looking back on my journals, within 1 year of getting ITA alignments and seeing a psychologist for just regular traditional therapy, I completely healed my eating disorder. I changed my major, took a gap year. I went on the path of becoming a mental health counselor. I started an Instagram, I started a podcast. I actually became ITA Energy Medicine certified and started seeing clients. So I started my own business all within a year. Like, when I tell you, like, food and accomplishments and grades took over my life. Like, if I wasn't freaking perfect, I was distraught. And then a year later, I just genuinely didn't think about it. Like, it's hard to explain, but it went from something that ruled my life to something that was just barely a second thought. Obviously, I did well and I wanted to be healthy, but it never came from perfection. It never came from wanting to be small. It always came from just alignment. Like, I want to study and perform well on this exam because this is my career and I'm interested in it. Or, I want to nourish myself with these foods because it's healthy and my body's craving it, right? And that in and of itself was just absolutely immense. And I could go on and on and on. But I guess I'm sharing this because the end of the year is just such a big time to reflect. And I'm reflecting not just on the last year, but on the last 5 years. Like, I can't believe it's been 5 years since I've started this journey. Like, I'm absolutely mind blown. And I was also reflecting on, the intentions I want to set for 2025. And what I've really come to the conclusion of is I want to be what I thought I wanted Let me rephrase that. My 2024 goals were very much based on the external world. I want to achieve this and this and this, and it was all outside of me that I needed to go and obtain it. And I'm a Capricorn, I'm a hustler, like I was willing to put in the work, and I did achieve a lot this year, right? Like looking back on my accomplishments, like I did a lot externally. And moving into 2025, my goals, I really want to be and offer and give what I want, instead of making goals to try to get something external. I really want to be that internally and then offer that to others. I want to be the light. I want to be the love and the joy and the healing. I want to be the abundance. I want to be the freedom and the security. I want to feel that within myself. I want to act from that place of alignment. And then I want to live in demonstration of that truth, to inspire not just myself and my future manifestations, but other people. I remember in the beginning of my healing journey, I was, desperate and really in a dark place. But then a few months later, about a year after, I just remember that I was just such a light. And I wasn't doing it for any reason. I wasn't like, oh, I'm better than you. I was just genuinely such a light in the world. And I feel like the last few years and some of the challenges that I've went through, I don't know, it kind of dimmed that light, and I let fear and lack enter into my thoughts and my energy. And in the last few months, I've really felt that dissipate. And in 2025, I want to be that light again. I want to be the person that when you talk to her, like you just feel more grounded, you feel better, and you feel more hopeful. I really want to be that person in the world. And so this year, my goals aren't external. I don't have crazy income goals or metrics on social media. Like I really just want to be the energy that I want to attract so deeply in myself that I feel like I don't even need to go outside to obtain it. I already have it. And yes, I know energetics, like that will actually help me attract it faster, but I'm not even doing it for that point. I'm doing it because like I spent an entire year hustling for external things and accomplishments. And although I did achieve a lot, there was something missing. And it's really just feeling that on an internal level. So as I stare at this beautiful water, I wanted to be vulnerable, open my heart, and share that with you in hopes that it inspires you in some way.